The salty air whipped through Emily's hair as she walked along the worn wooden docks of Ravenswood Cove, her feet carrying her on autopilot while her mind wandered to the stack of papers on her desk. A half-finished short story, a blank notebook waiting to be filled, and a sense of restlessness that had been building for weeks. She had always dreamed of becoming a writer, of capturing the essence of this small coastal town and its people on paper. But as she approached her 21st birthday, doubts crept in like the morning fog. Was she good enough? Was she brave enough? As she turned a corner, a gust of wind blew open the door of the old lighthouse, and a piece of paper slipped out, dancing on the breeze. Emily chased after it, her eyes widening as she caught the fluttering page. It was a letter, addressed to her, but the handwriting was her own. Or at least, it was a version of her handwriting she had never seen before. The date scribbled in the corner made her heart skip a beat. March 15th, 2035.
Dear Emily, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm writing to you from the future. Right now it's 2035, and I'm 35 years old. I've made choices, taken paths that I thought were right at the time, but they've led me to a place of regret. Not that I'm unhappy, exactly. I have a family, a career, a sense of stability. But there's a part of me that still longs for the girl I used to be, the one who dreamed of writing and adventure. As you stand at the crossroads of your life, I want to warn you about the choices you're about to make. Don't take that job at the local newspaper. It'll stifle your creativity and make you settle for comfort over passion. Don't move to the city just yet. You'll get lost in the crowd and forget what it means to be a small-town girl. And please, for the love of all things good, don't marry that boy. He's charming, I know, but he'll break your heart. Yours? Yourself.
Emily's mind reeled as she read the letter again and again, trying to make sense of it. Who wrote this? And how did they know her secrets? She felt a shiver run down her spine as she realized that this could be a prank, a clever joke played by someone who knew her too well. But something about the words resonated deep within her. It was as if her future self was speaking directly to her soul. Over the next few days, more letters arrived, each one warning her about specific choices and pitfalls. Emily began to feel like she was living in a dream, where every decision was being influenced by a mysterious voice from the future. She started to question everything: her relationships, her goals, her very sense of identity. Who was she really? As she navigated this strange new reality, Emily found herself drawn to the lighthouse, where she'd sit for hours, poring over the letters and trying to decipher their meaning. The old keeper, a kind-eyed woman named Mrs. Jenkins, would bring her tea and listen to her stories, offering words of wisdom that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. One evening, as the sun dipped into the sea, Emily received a final letter. This one was different, though. It was dated 2040, and it spoke of a life she had yet to live.
Dear Emily, I'm writing to you now as a reminder that the choices you make will shape the person you become. Don't be afraid to take risks, to follow your heart, and to make mistakes. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm you, and I've lived through the trials and tribulations of the years to come. I've learned to cherish the moments that make life worth living. You've been given a gift, Emily, the chance to see the future and change your course. Use it wisely. Yours, yourself.
As Emily read the words, a sense of clarity washed over her. She realized that the letters hadn't been about predicting the future, but about understanding herself. She didn't need to know what lay ahead, she just needed to trust her own inner compass. The next morning, Emily sat down at her desk, opened her notebook, and began to write. The words flowed from her like the tide, as she poured her heart and soul onto the page. She wrote of Ravenswood Cove, of the people and the places she loved. She wrote of her fears and her dreams, of the choices she would make and the paths she would take. As she wrote, the letters from the future seemed to fade into the background, replaced by a sense of purpose and direction. Emily knew that she still had a long way to go, but for the first time in her life, she felt like she was walking on her own 2 feet, with the wind in her hair and the sun on her face. Years went by, and Emily became a writer, just as she had always dreamed. She published novels and short stories, earning a reputation as a talented voice from the small coastal town. And though she never forgot the letters from her future self, she came to understand that the true magic had been within her all along, the courage to take risks, to follow her heart, and to make her own way in.